Dear Father Christmas, it was the first week of December and the Christmas lights were twinkling in the high street. Mum took Holly and Billy to meet Father Christmas in the big store. That evening, Mum helped Billy write his Christmas list. He left it above the fireplace, but Holly wrote a letter instead. Dear Father Christmas, I hope you are well. Is it snowing in that land? It is cold here. I saw a man in the shop today who said he was Father Christmas. He was dressed like you, but was it you? Really? He told me to leave my Christmas list by the fireplace, but I wanted to make sure it was really you. Please answer. The next morning, Holly found a letter addressed to her. And the letter said, Dear Holly, thank you so much for your letter. What a lovely Christmassy name you have. The Holly and the Ivy is one of my favourite Christmas carols. I'm also very fond of Jingle Bells. I often sing it on Christmas Eve when I deliver my presents with the reindeer. All over the world at Christmas time, there are people who dress up as me. They are my helpers, and they do a very good job. The helper you met was right. You must give me your Christmas list, or I'll not know what to bring you. The sooner the better too, my dear, or you'll make my chief elf Errol very grumpy. Season's greetings, Father Christmas. P.S. It is so cold here that there are icicles in my beard. Holly couldn't believe it. A letter from Father Christmas. She knew she would write her list, but there was one really big thing that she didn't dare ask for, so she wrote again. Dear Father Christmas, thank you so much for your letter. Could you tell me some more about your elves, please? How many are there? What do they do? What does Errol look like? My little brother Billy wants to know if you'll be able to fit his train set on your sleigh. You could probably do with a helper, couldn't you? Lots of love, Holly. P.S. I hope you like my picture. That night, Father Christmas's elves went round the world collecting Christmas lists. One of them found Holly's letter and took it back to Lapland. The next morning, there was another letter from Father Christmas by the fireplace. Dear Holly, thank you so much for your picture. It made me laugh. But Errol says he won't smile until he gets your Christmas list. According to my elf register, there are 123 elves, and they are all very busy. There are elves collecting and checking Christmas lists, making toys, games in my workshop, and preparing the sleigh. Tell Billy not to worry. However many presents are piled up on my sleigh, there's always room. It's magic, Christmas magic. I could do with a helper, you are right, but it would need to be someone small to fit beside me. I can't wait for Christmas. Errol has sent you a little calendar so you can count down the days to remind you to send me your Christmas list. More Christmas greetings, Father Christmas. P.S. I'm afraid Errol doesn't want me to say what he looks like, as he's too shy. It looks like an advent calendar, with all of the doors opening. Holly thought about Errol and the other elves busy in Lapland. She thought about the sleigh and the reindeer too. She also thought about what she wanted, but still didn't dare ask for it. I'll write again, she decided. Dear Father Christmas, thank you so much for your letter and the calendar. Can you please tell me what it's like to ride on a sleigh through the sky? How do you go around the world just in one night? Wouldn't you like some company? Billy wants to know how you get down the chimney because he says your tummy is quite fat. With lots of love, Holly and Billy. Father Christmas was having his supper when Holly's letter arrived. Look at this, Billy, Holly cried. The next morning she opened the new letter from Father Christmas. Holly and Billy, riding a sleigh through the sky is the most wonderful feeling in the world. Over time, it's not the same. Our time is not the same as yours. For Christmas Eve is just one night, but for us it lasts much longer. As long in fact as it takes to deliver all of the presents. Christmas magic allows me to get down even the smallest chimneys, so Billy need not worry. Here is a decoration for your tree. Don't forget your Christmas list. Errol is getting grumpier by the minute. You are right, my dear. Sometimes I do wish I had a companion. The reindeer are too busy racing to chat. Yet more Christmas greetings, Father Christmas. And that was her Christmas decoration. When Holly put the Christmas decoration on the tree, she thought about her list and what Father Christmas had written. Perhaps if she could make Errol smile, then she might dare to ask Father Christmas for what she really, really wanted. Holly rushed off downstairs to write another letter. Dear Father Christmas, I love the decorations. Thank you. Here is a joke to make Errol smile. What's the first thing elves learn at school? Do you know? It's the alphabet. What do you do when it isn't Christmas? Do you always wear red? How do your reindeer fly when they don't have wings? And what do they eat? I would love to meet one of them one day. Lots of love, Holly. P.S. Do you really like mince pies? Father Christmas was feeding his reindeer when Holly's letter came. He hurried back to his grotto to write a reply. Holly opened the fourth letter. As Holly thought, let's read the letter. Dear Holly, what a funny joke that was. Why, I even made Errol smile. Well done. For us, Christmas is a full time, all year round, and what a wonderful job it is. And the best bit is getting letters from children just like you. Yes, I do always wear red. It's my favourite colour. Even my socks are red. I do not have time to write any more now, but I'm sending you my reindeer guide so you'll know all about them if you meet them. Everyone here is getting ready for the big ride. Time is running out, my dear. I shall say no more. Errol thinks I've said far too much already. Ho, 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 Father Christmas. P.S. I love mince pies. Carrots are strictly for the reindeer. And the reindeer guide. Like a little leaflet that tells you all about the reindeer. As Holly thought about the elves getting the sleigh ready, she knew it was time to ask for what she really wanted. If she didn't ask now, it would be too late. That evening, she wrote a Christmas list and left it by the fireplace. At last, it was Christmas Eve. Holly and Billy hung up their stockings on the mantelpiece above the fireplace. They couldn't wait for Christmas that day. That night, Holly dreamed of Father Christmas setting off his journey with his reindeers. The elves were waving and smiling, even Errol. Holly dreamed of the sleigh going from the house to house and delivering all of the presents. Can you see Father Christmas in the distance? Suddenly, Father Christmas was there. In his hand was a glittering ticket. I've brought you your present, he said with a smile. The next moment, Holly was sitting next to Father Christmas in his sleigh on a magical midnight ride through the snowy, star-lit sky. Holly opened her eyes. The moon was still shining. She saw an envelope at the bottom of her bed. Inside it was a glittering ticket, so it hadn't have been just a dream. She looked out of the window. Was that Father Christmas's sleigh she could see, racing across the sky, back to Lapland? Yes, she sure it was. Thank you for making my wish come true, Father Christmas, she breathed. Happy Christmas, see you next year. Holly. Oh, this one is a ticket. Can you see This is a cool ticket. 1 sleigh ride. And that was her present. She wanted a sleigh ride. Thanks, STM.